Here we go. All right. So this episode, we're gonna go over Good Dude's Coffee. You might have heard about it. We launched this, I guess a little over a month ago now, and I'm so fired up on it. It is really good coffee at a good price, and we can do subscriptions where you get a certain amount delivered monthly, whatever you guys want. So we got 4 different brands, or 4 different kinds. We got the Roosevelt, which is an Ethiopian Yirgacheffe. We got the Lincoln, which is a Peruvian. We got the Samson, which is your dark roast. It's Colombian for people who like the dark roast. I do not, but if you like it, get some. And then we got the Washington, which is a Guatemalan. All really good coffees, good sourced and roasted to a delicious tasting. So today we're gonna go over doing an Aeropress, an inverted Aeropress with the Roosevelt, which is my personal favorite. A lot of people ask me questions about if you don't have a ton of time, what's the fastest way to make a good cup of coffee? Well, you can always do obviously your Mr. Coffee Pot, but I don't drink coffee out of that. I don't like the way it tastes when it comes out of those for some reason. It typically, the water's temperature is a little too hot and it ends up burning the coffee a little bit. So an Aeropress is super easy, super fast. And we're gonna go over it now. So you're gonna get about 35 grams of coffee. For coffee nerds who like to, scale out and weigh everything, it's, we'll do that way. And then for people who don't have scales and just wanna, make a good cup of coffee. So if you got a scale, it's gonna be 35 grams of coffee. If you don't have a scale, it's gonna be 3.5 tablespoons. Just get your skull over there. 35.0 exactly, not a big deal. We're gonna grind this to a coarse grind. Oh, it smells so good. All right, so inverted Aeropress, right? You're gonna pull that plunger all the way up, flip it upside down, and you're gonna put your grinds in. If you wanna tear your scale, you can, just to make sure you don't have any leftovers from your other previous coffee. Boom, super simple. All right, again, coffee nerds, if you want, your temperature for your water on this can be around like 185 to 190 degrees. You don't want it quite as hot when you're doing the Aeropress. Like any good barista is gonna have their own coffee while they're making their coffee. All right, next thing, so after you put your coffee grinds in there, grab your kettle. So again, if you're not a coffee nerd, just boil your water and then let it sit for about a minute and a half after that. So we're gonna put in about 150 grams of water and start your clock. Or you can fill it up to about almost 3/4 of the way for people who don't have a scale. Right, then you're gonna stir that coffee for about 30 seconds, making sure all the grinds get wet in there. All right. If you want, get your cup hot, put a little hot water in that cup, get your cup a little warmed up. Then you also want to wet your filter, paper filter. It just helps get rid of a little paper taste, but it's not necessary. All right. Put your lid on. Pull it down a little bit if you want. Give it a little stir, and then at about a minute, flip it over, and you're just gonna press it down. You don't wanna press it down too hard, just kinda get a nice smooth press. Boom. Once that's pressed through, now you have a super condensed cup of coffee. So what you're gonna wanna do at this point is if you wanna scale out, for the nerds again, you wanna add between 120 to 130 grams of water. And for people who just are like, whatever, just fill your cup up with water. Either way is gonna work just about fine. So that's 130, almost all the way up. Give it a little stir, and then sip and enjoy. Damn, that's a good cup of coffee. Super easy. So that's pretty fast, right? That didn't take that long. Maybe 4 minutes at the most, 5 minutes once your water's hot. So again, knock these out for the nerds, for the coffee nerds like myself. It is 35 grams of coffee. Put it in your inverted press, start your clock, pour 150 grams of water in that, stir it for about 30 seconds. At about a minute, put your lid on, pop it over, press it through. Your press should take about 30 seconds if you really want to nerd out. Once it's pressed through, add extra water to your for however you want it to taste. If you want it a little stronger, put in a little less water. If you want a little, lighter, put in a little more water. I typically go to about 130 grams of water on top of that. So, hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, get your good cup, get your Good Dudes Coffee, gooddudescoffee.com. Crush it. Again, my favorite is the Roosevelt. You got 2 knuckleheads over here. Try to be funny. Or good dudes, you could call them, with a broken arm. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you do, subscribe, do the thing. And as always, after your Good Dudes Coffee, don't forget to pay the man.